You know, sometimes when you're making content, it's just best to just get it done. You know, I've been trying to figure out how best to do the remaining Grim dog tags that I use, and I just figured this would be more like me as far as content is concerned. I wear a Wazoo cash belt every day. That's my primary. You could see it's taken a little bit of wear, and it has a spot underneath the buckle for a signal mirror. But what I've found is that it actually will fit 5 Grim Workshop dog tags, and it fits it very well, and still collapses. So these are the five that I have not yet talked about, but they're all really, really good. Like, these are easily like I would say some of the top ones out there. Now there's debate about that, and you know, you have some you might like yourself, but these are really, really good. So first we have the signal mirror and glowing plate. I think this is particularly good. Obviously I would love it to be like a true mirror, but this is going to be far more durable, so that's perfectly legit, and it would certainly work. The sewing one, this is excellent. And I found out there's a couple additional uses for this by accident. My wife was using this for removing seams because she couldn't find her seam ripper, and she sent this right into her hand. Not exactly something I would suggest, but it reminds me that this would actually work really good in a medical sense, because if you get splinters, this would actually be able to go into that hole and kind of pull the skin open so that you can actually get access to very, very deep splinters. And of course, you still have all of the awesome repair functionality. And in addition to that, you have, when you take it off, and if you were to, you know, use this regularly, you can go ahead and wrap some twine around there that you can use. Now I have more space in my belt for that kind of thing, so I don't need it here, so it's best to keep it flat. Now let's look at the other ones. This is probably one of the best ones out there. This is the first aid dog tag. I like this for a lot of reasons. One, it has a fairly aggressive saw. This is one of the most aggressive saws that I've seen them use. It has a file built into the flat sections of the tweezers. It's not my favorite files, but it'll work for like fingernails and like little things. The only downside I see here is, you see how it's attached at the tips? Because the break-off points aren't exactly perfect, I think that it would have been better off attaching them in the back. That way they come to a perfect tip together, and that would help make them pinch better. These are, in fact, far better at being tweezers than the smaller variations I found. And I think that has to do with the gauge of the steel, but I'm still trying to do the testing to confirm that that is actually the case. All right. So then we have 2 fishing tags. They're pretty straightforward, right? Hooks. These actually have already been reviewed by others, so I'm not going to get too far into it. But this one has 6 hooks, and this is one of their newer variations, which I really like. These are, what are they called? They don't require you to actually thread the needle on these hooks. They can just simply click into things. And I've used the bigger card. I want to do maybe a video demonstration of those. But these work very well. And the one thing I will notice is that the barbs do seem a little shorter, right? Like if you look at these, the barbs look a little bit more, I don't know, more aggressive. I mean, it's probably not necessary, but it's an interesting thing of note. It's still better than barbless, obviously. But I wouldn't mind having those barbs come out a little bit further. Anyway, all 5 of those actually fit nicely. And I'm going to try to do this through the viewfinder. So what I like to do is, I want to make sure the mirror is against this nice fabric material. Wazoo did a really good job on this belt buckle. Like I said, I've been wearing it for over a year now, every day pretty much. Sure, I clean it and, you know, do that kind of thing, but it's been my primary belt. There you go. And then when you click it on, it works just fine. So it gives you quick access to those, and it's also things you don't have to keep inside the belt itself. The Wazoo belt is where I keep true survival tools. We're talking fire starting, we're talking water purification, we're talking like the real, like, holy shit moments. I wear a Wazoo hat, but that's got more like everyday items, you know, like towelettes and hair ties and stuff like that. The belt is all about, you know, last ditch, real survival tools, like real emergency gear. So this is part of that. There is some functionality tools in here, and I don't have time to go into the belt, and part of it is because I haven't perfected the belt, and I don't want to talk about it till I do. But I really like the Wazoo belt. I can't really say enough about it. It's just held up incredibly well for me. And yeah, well, hopefully we will refer more about the belt in the near future. So I hope you enjoyed. Nice short video, and have a nice day.